Neither of us have any clue what this episode is about.
Well, we have some idea.
Okay, I guess a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome to Nonsensicality. Happy last week of January.
Yay!
We are 1/12 of the way through the year. Can you believe it?
That's fast. Zoom!
It's just zooming by. But you know what? This is the last episode of January, and we did one where I had no clue. We did one where you had no clue.
Correct.
And then this one, neither of us have any clue what the other is bringing. So we know what we're bringing.
Yes.
But even that, we've got, okay, so just so everybody knows, we have hats. We're each holding a hat.
Literal hats.
Literally a hat.
A Disney hat.
Disney hats, both of them actually. Surprise, surprise. And in these hats are 5 different, they could be a one-word thing, they could be a question, they could be a quiz, they could be a random fact. And the other person is going to draw. So I wrote out 5, Kim wrote out 5, and we're going to draw out of each other's hats and try to respond and have a little fun nonsensicality, but a little edutainment too, I hope. Yours maybe not be.
I'm thinking it's heavy on the nonsense.
Less on the edutainment.
I don't know. Mine are smart.
Mine are smart too.
Mine are smart. So.
Yeah, I have you doing algebra problems and everything. No, I'm just kidding.
Good.
I'm just kidding. We may not get through all 5 of each of these. That's 10 topics, but we may. You never know. So we're just going to go until we feel like you're getting bored with us. So who's going to go first?
I want to go first.
You're going to draw first?
Yeah.
Okay. There it is. That's one. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. What is it?
We're talking about what is your favorite board game or card game?
Yeah. And this is a softball for you. This isn't going to. That's one of my easier ones.
Yeah.
They get harder.
If I'm playing a game, I really like playing Yahtzee because I can play it by myself.
So that's a dice game. It's not really a board or... I was very specific not to say dice game, Kim.
Okay,
no Farkle, no Yahtzee.
It's a game. A game's a game.
We are fans of Yahtzee.
I like Settlers of Catan.
Settlers of Catan. Is it Catan or Catan? Or Caton?
It's not Caton.
Caton? No?
No. Oh, wow. That was a flashback to Saturday Night Live and the church lady.
Sorry. Our son has a Catan window sticker on his car, and I just keep thinking it's like Satan, but it's with a C. So.
Yeah, it's not. No, I like Settlers. I like I have a lot of dislikes. That's an easier.
All right, what is your least favorite board game out there?
Monopoly and Life are like tied. I hate them both.
That's funny because I really enjoyed Life. I did not like Monopoly. It's weird that we do not have a Monopoly in this house at all. No. Well, yeah, it's I don't know. It's just too much math, too much finance, too much.
Well, and people get
too much
really
going bankrupt, and it just
they feel very strongly about some things, and it usually ends up in tears or fights or.
And it takes so long.
Yeah, you have to devote like 95 hours.
I'm a quick play kind of guy. I'm just like, let's get the game going,
Yeah. Settlers is almost a little too long sometimes.
But it's fun. One of my favorites, and we had friends that we played this with, was Pit. Remember Pit?
Ooh, I forgot about that one.
Pit's
I like that
a good
one,
too. And that one, if you're not familiar with it, it's like a commodities trading type game where you're basically trying to get all your cards to be one commodity, like all of wheat or all of whatever corn. And so it's funny because we were playing that, and then like the catchphrase that came up was, "Who had my wheat?" And that was like the phrase, "Who had my wheat?"
I know.
All right, is it my turn to draw?
All right.
Oh boy.
What'd you get?
World's most expensive dessert. So this, am I supposed to try to guess?
I
think I remember hearing about it.
I just want you to guess the price point of the world's most expensive dessert. Now,
I may be highballing it, but I doubt it. $50,000.
Okay. Ish. The actual world's most expensive dessert is strawberries Arnaud. It's $9.85 million. But it's not just the food. You get stuff.
Hopefully you get a mansion with it. It's like buy the dessert, get a mansion.
Okay.
All right, let's hear it.
It's this strawberry dessert. It's 24 karat gold flake toppings, whipped cream, vanilla ice cream, a variety of expensive champagnes and liqueurs that provide a zing to the dish. Another main reason for the $9.85 million price is the exquisite box that holds a 10 karat blue diamond engagement ring. Dun, dun, dun.
No, not worth it. I'm sorry.
Okay, but the most expensive edible dessert, because there's a diamond cake, a diamond fruit cake for 1.7 million.
Those are not real. Those are
No.
not like I'm going to go to Cheesecake Factory and order the diamond cake.
No.
Okay, so what is it really? What do we got?
The real one would be a absurdity sundae for $60,000. Now, with this, they do fly you to Kilimanjaro in Tanzania first class, and they put you up, and you get to eat this sundae. But if you're actually going to go into a restaurant...
I was going to say, these are still all experiences. I mean, flying to
Yes.
Kilimanjaro is not just a dessert. It is a dessert plus.
You ready?
Yes.
Here it is. It is the frozen hot chocolate ice cream sundae. It's Serendipity in New York City. It's $25,000.
Still, why?
It just has all of these lavish things. So it comes with a, golden bracelet that you get.
See, again, it's not just the dessert.
All right.
You're buying things and then you're just calling it dessert for some reason.
All right. $1,000. Is that better?
Well, what are we getting?
You're getting the Golden Phoenix cupcake.
Golden Phoenix cupcake.
Uh-huh. Yeah. It's $1,000. It's in a bakery in a Dubai mall.
Well, that makes sense. Dubai is very lush and lavish.
It includes Ugandan vanilla beans, Italian chocolate, and strawberries dipped in gold, and the icing is dusted in edible gold. The bakery does provide you with a golden spoon to eat it with.
That you get to keep? Come on.
No,
tell me.
you can't take home the spoon.
What?
No. Sorry.
Okay.
But, you do get to eat a delicious cupcake. So.
Yeah, it's made of gold.
$1,000.
Okay.
I mean, now Krispy Kreme did do a donut for about $1,600 to raise money for a children's trust. But
what was in that donut?
In that donut, that was it was covered in 24 karat gold leaf, included a few edible diamonds. It was adorned with
what makes a diamond edible?
I try not to ask such questions.
How do you just swallow a real diamond?
I don't know. Edible. I don't know.
My mind goes into the mechanics of all that.
I don't
Does it digest?
Just stop right there. I don't even want to know the process.
Okay.
But it was adorned with a white chocolate lotus. Its stuffing was made from Dom Perignon champagne jelly, but it was only created once. So to really just go in...
And that was more of a fundraiser. That had a purpose for it.
So $1,000, you can go in to this bakery in Dubai Mall, grab a cupcake, return the spoon.
Yeah. Nope. I'm good. Hey, I want to take a quick break to do a shout out and a callback. So this weekend we went on a road trip. Yay!
Yay!
A lot of fun. We went to Birmingham, Alabama. So I'm going to give a shout out to my good friend Joshua.
Yay, Joshua!
He goes by Joshua, but I call him Josh, and I don't think he likes it. So I'm sorry, Joshua. And his new bride, Kara. And so they got married this weekend. We got to go visit them. But what's interesting is on the way back, on the trip back, we were driving, and we were getting hungry, and we wanted to do something quick. And so we went to KFC. I don't normally eat at KFC. That is not my go-to. Not that it's bad. It's just I don't eat a lot of meat anyway. But we went there, and lo and behold, on their menu was Nashville hot fried chicken. And so, of course, we had to buy it. So we just talked about that last week. So if you didn't listen last week, check that out, where you learn about the origin of Nashville, or as we call it, revenge chicken.
It is the strangest revenge chicken story I've ever heard. I mean, I've not heard that many revenge chicken stories.
By the way, this is not a chicken getting revenge, although I felt like it was getting revenge on me a little later in the day. So it was really good, though. And this is KFC, so I imagine authentic Nashville hot is going to be even better.
I would highly recommend Nashville hot.
I'm going to do it again. I'm going to actually try it maybe in Nashville sometime.
Yeah.
Or that restaurant that it actually came from, whatever that one was called. But anyway, just wanted to stop and do a shout out. Congratulations, Joshua. We're so excited for you and Kara. And we are we enjoyed that Nashville hot. So give it a go.
That's right.
All right. Now back to yours.
I'm ready.
You get to draw out.
I don't know why I have anxiety over this right now.
I'm just trying to embarrass you.
Can you name all 7 dwarves?
Oh, can you? Hold on, I'm going to bring them up.
Oh, snap-a-rooney. Okay.
Hold on. I mean, I should be able to name them, but
Because you're looking at the answer.
I can do it. I won't look at the answer. I'll try it too. I just looked them up this morning.
Okay.
Though, but go for it.
All right. So there's Doc.
Yep.
Happy.
Yep.
Bashful.
Yep.
Sneezy.
Yep.
Sleepy.
Yep.
Dopey.
You're only missing one, Kim.
I know.
Oh, but you should know this one.
Nerdy?
No. Think about you maybe when you're getting tired.
I said sleepy.
Nope. Not that kind of tired.
Grumpy. Grumpy. I did it. I named all 7 dwarves.
The interesting thing about the 7 Dwarfs, of course, is that those are Disney's version. And those are not the ones that were originally in the fairy tales. They've actually had so many different renditions of the dwarfs and it's actually dwarfs, not dwarves, which is, I didn't know that till I looked it up. So it's the 7 Dwarfs, which I thought you would put a V on it. That's why there's a V in my paper. But so interestingly, 7 Dwarfs, but those are Disney's names. And they did that, of course. Can you guess why?
The attributes of characteristics.
Well, no, they did it so they could keep the rights to those names so that people can't just infringe on that. So those names are strictly Disney. So you only see those. You do see them in the Once Upon a Time series and they had some similar names. Some of them weren't, including an additional 8th elf called Stealthy. We watched maybe 1 or 2 seasons of the Once Upon a Time series. So no clue. Here's some funny ones in, what was it? There's a couple places that said that. Grimm's Fairy Tale Classics from 1988, which I guess was a movie or a cartoon. Their dwarves, get this, were named Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and
Saturday.
Fred. No, I'm just kidding. You're right. Saturday. It was like that in a couple places where I saw that one. But in a 1912 play, Blick, Flick, Glick, Plick, Quee, Snick, and Whick. So just weird different names. Some of them were like back to the German roots. And so it's like Gorm, Nirmps, Niffle.
I would stop right there.
I'm going to quit because I'm going to offend people by saying it wrong. But there's some different names that they would have, but they did not. I mean, obviously the Disney wanted to keep the rights to those names so other people couldn't use it. And I started thinking, a lot of people don't like Disney for doing that because what Disney did was they pushed copyright laws to where it's harder and harder for things to go into public domain.
Right.
And so some things are just they're left and they're tied up in copyright laws, but they're kind of like people are like, well, if they were public domain, we could all make use of them. But, and I had a conversation with my son about this, who's very for the copyright laws. And I agree with him now. It's like, can you imagine anybody else trading on the Mickey Mouse name and somebody else doing, they could ruin it. They could make it horrible. And so I get the whole reason for copyright. I also get the reason why Walt Disney was big on it. Because in 1928, Walt Disney invented a character named
Steamboat Willie?
No. Actually, it was Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. So remember the t-shirt I had?
Oh,
Oswald.
yeah.
So Oswald the Lucky Rabbit was his invention. But a different studio, iWorks, owned it. In fact, Universal ended up owning it after that. So he couldn't, even though he created Oswald, he couldn't take it with him. And so he was I'm sure, kind of, burned by that. And so he wanted to make sure all of his intellectual property was his. And so everything that came out of the Disney studios was his, even though other people may have created it. Same thing might have happened. But there's an understanding that what you create for a studio, it belongs to the studio, not to you personally. And so, and only in recent history, 2003, I think, or 2006. Let's see, I got that pulled up too. 2003, they were able to get the rights back for Oswald. So, long after Walt Disney had died, but So Oswald looks a lot like, in case you've never seen him, he looks a lot like Mickey Mouse, but with long ears instead of round ears, and he doesn't have the gloves. So, there you go. Just a little information.
A little education right there.
Edutainment.
All right.
Turn. Okay.
Draw from the hat, please, sir.
I'm scared. Guinness Food Records. People eat a lot of food.
No. Okay. So specifically, there's a lot of weird Guinness Food Records. I mean, people do crazy things. You got the hot dog eating contest.
Sure. They dunk them in water and just slide them down. They don't
there's a professional eater that can eat 12 hamburgers in 3 minutes and all of those. And that's fine.
I don't want to talk about this so soon before lunch.
No. This is the only one I'm talking about.
Okay.
Okay?
You talk about desserts, and I talk about food.
Hey, you picked it.
You're making me hungry.
You picked it.
Is there anything non-food in that hat?
Yes. Okay. Peanut butter. Do you enjoy peanut butter?
Love peanut butter.
Okay. Is it an easy food just to grab by
Very
the
hard to eat and swallow. You need lots of liquids, milk preferably to wash that down.
I know, right?
Right. So what's this record you got?
Famous record breaker Andrei Ortov ate almost an entire jar's worth of peanut butter in 1 minute.
Oh my goodness.
That seems impossible to me.
He must have like extraordinary salivary glands. I mean,
in 1 minute, a jar of peanut butter.
And how big is the jar? Because there's those little 8-ounce jars that, you can...
It's not pictured.
Oh.
But it was,
Jar.
he consumed 378 grams. So...
Okay, hold on.
I don't know what an average
How many
butter.
ounces is 378 grams? Seriously.
That would be 13.33 ounces.
So a normal jar.
So, yeah. Almost like a pint. Getting close to a pint, right? Isn't a pint 16 ounces?
I don't know. Don't ask me hard questions when
Yeah,
we're
that's
on the air, on the microphone.
How many ounces are in a pint?
16 fluid.
Got that one right.
So,
Almost a whole pint. Wow.
in 1 minute. That just blew my mind.
I'm thirsty now just thinking about it. All right, your turn.
That just blew my mind.
All right, we're going to get through some more of these. Let's go rapid fire. All right.
Nintendo!
All right. Nintendo. Just take a stab at when Nintendo, the company Nintendo, was created.
1950.
You're already wrong.
19.
You're already wrong.
2000.
Nope.
1840.
1886.
Why was it created in 1886?
It was originally a playing card manufacturer. Nintendo manufactured playing cards and other game type supplies, and then over the years they branched into video games when video games became popular. Isn't that nuts? Nintendo has been around since 1886.
I would have never, ever have gone back that far.
That's why I kept buzzing you as soon as you said 19.
Man.
Okay, another quiz. What is the number one Nintendo game in all of Nintendo history? It was the most popular, most played. And I would say our son agrees with this. Connor probably agrees. This is probably one of his favorites. I think I've heard him even emphatically say it's the best Nintendo game ever.
Oh. Okay.
It's not your wheelhouse, is it?
He talks a lot about Zelda.
Right? Just roll with that a little bit. Roll with that.
He loves Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, but that's still
But is it Ocarina of Time?
It is Ocarina of Time.
Oh!
Come on, high five on the mic.
This is historic.
You guessed it.
I never get these right.
I didn't even guess it. I was thinking it had to have a Mario title, but it was not. Yeah, Super Smash Brothers, I think, is in there, and then Mario 64 is number 3. But yeah, isn't that crazy?
Huh.
1886, Ocarina of Time, way to go. And I think we should school Connor and see if he knows when Nintendo.
I think we should. I hope he's not listening.
Well, we'll do it before this goes.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
You're just doing all world records, aren't you?
No.
World's most expensive dog.
Okay, because these are interesting to me.
World's most expensive dog is a gold-plated Yorkshire Terrier.
It's not gold-plated.
I would guess the corgis that hang around the palace.
No.
I mean, I imagine their lifestyle is probably the most expensive.
I'm sure they live in quite the lavish puppy
They
luxury.
live in a palace.
Yes.
So that in a sense.
Yes. However,
okay.
The Tiberian Mastiff.
They're big, aren't they?
Their purebred puppies cost $5,000 and up. One sold
so like
in
the runt
China.
is $5,000.
Yeah, one sold in China for over $1 million.
Nope. I got Pippin sitting right there. I got her for $50. Include the spaying. So
that was a deal.
She's like, the spaying was not a deal.
I'm sorry.
But
yeah, I mean, come on. $5,000 for a puppy. I mean, and this is a list of 10. So the Samoyed, that is $5,000 and up. You're talking like purebred, get it from a breeder kind of price tag.
Puppy mill, that's what that is.
Well, it's
a very expensive one.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I love my mutt.
Yeah, there's some pretty fancy prices
I'd like to give a public service announcement about that. There's no such thing as a free puppy. Just FYI.
No.
Kids, if you're listening, whenever you see a sign that says free puppies, that's a trap. Back away. It costs a lot more than free. Anyway. All right, it's my turn.
It's your turn.
Your turn to pick. I've only got, 3 left. I'm going to mix them up a little bit. They're getting caught up in, no, I've only got 2 left.
See, I only have 2 left.
All right.
Okay. Hippos.
Woo! Hippos.
Well, I like hippos.
Yeah.
I liked that hippo at the zoo that came and talked to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it came for a chat, right at the window. And, I think...
it made eye contact with me.
I think it thought we were friendly.
Yeah.
And...
Well, and that's kind of what I was thinking, they're fun. They're, there's something funny about them. But one thing I didn't know about them is they need sunblock.
Well, that makes sense because Waddles needed sunblock and she looked like a land hippo.
Right.
So,
but you think a pachyderm, you think the thick skin, you think it'd be less sensitive to the sun. One reason why they're in the water a lot. And they also, if they're out in the sun, this is crazy, they secrete their own sunblock. They secrete like this oily red residue onto their own skin.
Come on.
That helps keep them protected from the sun. Can you imagine being able to do that? Just like, okay, I'm not, but you look like, I don't know, it's oily and red. It looks like you're bleeding, I guess. But
ew, that's gross.
So hippos make their own sunblock. And that floored me. I was like, that's crazy. All right.
I did not know that.
That was a quick one.
That's a good thing to know.
All right. One more. Favorite fandom? Mine or yours?
Either one. What's your favorite fandom?
My favorite fandom, for like my entire life, has always been Star Wars. I've just loved it since I was a kid.
I'm wearing a Star Wars shirt.
You're wearing a Star Wars shirt. Is Mickey Mouse, is Disney a fandom? I would think it is.
It is a fandom.
I would say, and because now Star Wars is owned by Disney, I can just do the umbrella statement and say Disney, because that covers Marvel, that covers Muppets, that covers Star Wars. It's like all my faves.
So here's how it breaks down, according to this article written in mid 2019. Okay. So they talked to people. They surveyed 2,200 people. And 63% of those people said they're fans of Marvel, which is incredible. 37% not fans. But then from that list, it goes Marvel, Star Wars, the DC Universe, Harry Potter, Star Trek, The Lord of the Rings, The Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, Pokemon, Doctor Who, and coming in number 11, Fortnite.
Oh, it's just the dances.
I guess.
Yeah.
But, I
enjoyed playing Fortnite for a while, but it's kind of like a lot of those, multiplayer capture the flag type games. So, okay, that's interesting.
But your big 3 are Marvel, Star Wars, and DC.
We were into Doctor Who for a long time. It was a lot of fun. Loved Doctor Who. In fact, when I was a kid, I'd watch it on PBS, and it was the Tom Baker one who had the really long scarf.
Yeah.
That was my favorite.
I like Sherlock.
You never see a lot of Sherlock fandoms.
No, but I'm kind of a purist. I really like the Conan Doyle text.
We like the new ones.
I do like the new ones.
Yeah.
I like anything about Sherlock, except for the TV show Elementary.
Yeah, you couldn't even buy into it. You wouldn't even give it a chance.
No, because
you didn't even try liking it.
I can't. You can't make Watson a girl.
Well, they did.
I know. And I just, it messes with me.
Okay.
It just.
Because it's purist.
A little bit.
Okay.
A little bit.
All right, you ready for yours? Last one. This is the one I've been waiting for.
No. Oh, seriously?
No, they've all been good.
Next, travel destination, realistic, and then also dreaming.
Yeah, so I want to know where, and we've already talked about this, so this maybe just give our listeners a heads up of where we might be going next, where Camp Bear might be going and getting pictures taken. If you haven't, by the way, before we get into that, if you haven't checked out our Instagram, Camptown Media, @Camptown Media, we did a trip to Birmingham, and they had some really cool features there. So they had like the world's largest cast iron statue, which is fitting because they had so many iron furnaces, and we toured an iron furnace, and it was cool. But anyway, if you check out our story backlog, it would be 2020 Adventures is what it's called on our user profile, Camptown Media. You get to see the fun things that we did.
It was a really fun trip.
And I'm looking, it gave me the travel bug. Winter, we don't travel as much in winter. It's challenging. We've had projects we've been working on anyway. once we traveled this weekend, I was like, man, I'm just excited about traveling.
Well, I picked our next trip yesterday.
Yes, you did.
As a matter of
where
fact.
is that?
Paducah, Kentucky.
I have no idea what's in Paducah, other than apparently some really nice dogwoods in April, right?
It's on a couple rivers, which makes it a cool river town.
River towns are beautiful. I love river towns.
I've never been to Kentucky.
I've been through it, but yeah.
And, I just kind of picked it on a map.
And Paducah's a fun thing to say.
I really do enjoy the town
I went
name.
to Paducah. I went to Paducah.
Now,
Where are you going? Paducah.
If I'm dreaming,
Okay.
I'm going to go to Scotland.
Scotland.
I just want to spend more time in the UK. So
Yeah.
I'd go to London and Scotland and
See, if I was dreaming, now I'm dying to get back to Disney, but if I'm dreaming of a new place, New Zealand.
oh, that's good too.
New Zealand is where I want to go. Although I'm not sure how their climate is right now with all the Australia wildfires. I'm hoping that's all coming under control. But yeah, New Zealand, it's just beautiful. So natural. It's so like,
It
nice.
is lovely.
all right, last one for me.
Yes.
Best meal you ever ate.
What is the best meal you've ever eaten?
That's so.
And I don't cook, so you have no shot of saying, "Oh, it's that thing you made me."
So one thing, if you know me long enough, I'm not an absolutist. Like I'm very few things are like, this is my favorite thing ever. This is like, even when you said favorite, fandom, yeah, it's Star Wars just because I've been a fan since a kid. But I don't like do this whole where it's like, that's it for me, and that's
But when
all
you
I'm
look
about.
back and you think about the meals you've eaten, like there is something that
I barely remember what I ate
sticks out
yesterday.
in my head.
So do you have one?
I do have one.
Well, why don't you share yours and then give me time to think about mine?
And it was delicious. It wasn't like super outstanding, but I think it was the whole experience. We went to Eureka Springs, Arkansas, and had that pizza
at the top of the Crescent Hotel.
that was phenomenal.
It's a great pizza place.
It
too.
was so delicious.
If you're looking for a pet place and you're in Northwest Arkansas, if you're near Eureka Springs, Arkansas, the Crescent Hotel is a great pizza place on top.
Oh, and the view was great.
We went there almost a year ago.
Yeah, I think we went on Valentine's Day.
We did.
But I mean, it's just a really delicious, yummy pizza.
We may have to do that again this Valentine's.
And that just kind of sticks in my head. I know I've eaten lots of lovely things.
Yeah.
But
that is a good one.
That just kind of pops out in my list of favorite things.
Okay. Yeah.
Now I have a second favorite thing.
Now, okay. Can I give my first favorite?
Yes.
Because I think yours may end up tagging it on mine. I may not. But I did it 2 years in a row at Epcot. And this sounds bad because it's not like it's super great, but I just love it. I love that they had it because I don't eat, again, I'm not a vegetarian, but flexitarian maybe, but I don't eat a lot of meat, but they had the Tangerine Cafe. They have this like huge vegetarian platter, like with hummus. It just has like all my favorite stuff, olives and tabbouleh, I think is what it's called. All that fun stuff. I enjoyed that. I did that 2 years in a row because I was like, I only get it here. I could probably make it if I.
You probably could, but the experience.
But that was fun. So that one. But then we went to the Pandora.
Oh,
is that what you're thinking?
Now you're stepping on my second favorite.
In Animal Kingdom, the Pandora Land. I don't know what they call it, but I think it's just Pandora Land. But anyway, they have a restaurant in there. Again, they have a vegetarian dish, and it's like kind of like almost like a skillet dish, right?
Oh, it's so
and it had
lovely.
like boba on top of it, so little boba, like fruit flavored bobas on top that added flavor to it. It was really good.
It was a delightful lunch. Yeah,
but I can't really think of like this was the best meal I've ever eaten in my entire life. I just have a hard time because there's so many good ones out there, and I'm not a super picky eater. So if you were a picky eater, it'd probably be easier to find your favorite.
That pizza just sticks out in my brain.
Pizza was really good, and now we got to go back.
I think we should.
So yeah, we did Epcot 2 years in a row. We'll do the pizza place 2 years in a row. Maybe we'll see some friends of ours on Valentine's Day eating pizza in Eureka Springs.
Because they listen to this podcast.
Because they listen to the podcast and they, or we invited them. Who knows?
That's true.
Anyway, that's all. That was fun.
But I do want to add one thing. If you listen to Nonsensicality and really enjoy it, please share it with your friends. Pass the word along. It just helps kind of spread the
nonsense.
Yeah, we want to spread the influence of nonsense, really, because it could be the funniest 20 minutes of your daily commute.
I hope people are enjoying it in a comic kind of way. And they're not like, oh, those poor Rankins.
Well,
I think they are. We get a lot of good feedback about that. So, and I hope they learn something because that's fun. It's fun to learn when it's in a fun way.
yes.
You know, and so it's not like you're in school. And this is how we're educating people right now.
Now, see, Joshua, who just got married, listening to this episode, could have learned he could have spent $9 million and gotten a lovely strawberry thing and an engagement ring.
Hey,
So, I mean,
but hey, their wedding cake was good. I enjoyed it.
yeah, it was nice.
It went quick. I almost didn't get a piece because people were on that wedding cake.
It was that delicious.
It was good though.
Yeah, it was that good.
All right. Well, that is it for now. That is the last Nonsensicality of January. And February, I think we might have to theme out the month. Let's do it on love. No, I'm just kidding.
No, that'd be gross. I mean, I like love.
Wow.
Sorry.
Wow, she stared me right in the eye and said that. My heart broke just now. I'll be eating pizza alone this year.
No, okay. I just, love is...
Not worth a whole month.
No.
I get it. No, I get it. We're too, it's not so fun.
It's not nonsense enough.
Yeah, it's not. Love is not nonsense. Love is great. All right.
Wow, you sound like a greeting card.
I know, right? This episode brought to you by Hallmark.
I wish.
All right. Well, that is all the time we have. And so thank you for checking us out. We'll see you next time.
Bye.